Hello, young artists. We have been working on line and shape to make houses and to make a still life, and we learned how to draw some flowers when we studied Vincent van Gogh. Today we're going to put these two things together in a landscape, and I'm going to show you a simple art hack to draw your houses within the landscape so they look like they're on the land and not just floating in the sky. I want you to draw along with me today and put this drawing in your sketchbook, or if you have a big piece of drawing paper that you've been saving for something special, then this project is it. I want you to get your pencil ready. I'm going to be using a Sharpie so you can see my lines better. I've already penciled a drawing in, so I'm going to be going on top of those pencil lines so that I can draw for you really quickly today. Let's get started. I'm getting my Sharpie ready, and I'm going to draw a house. I'm going to draw it big at the bottom of my paper. So I'm going to start down here, and I'm going to make a vertical line, and then I'm going to stop. I'm not going to draw the bottom of the house. This is like a little art hack. I'm going to go across and down, and I'm going to stop. Not going to draw the bottom. Now I want to show the corner of the house here, so I will make another vertical line, but I'm going to go up a little higher. So I'm thinking about how this would look if it was the top of a box, but I want to make the side of the house. So this one's a little bit harder. I want the peak of the roof, or the part that comes to a point like this, I want it to be on the side. So I have to think about where is the center of this diagonal. Remember, that was one of our new words, diagonal line, and it's right about here. So I go straight up and I make a little dot, and then I'm going to connect that, and that's the end of the house. I'm going to make another horizontal line. I'm going to stop before I get to here because I want this angle to match. I want it to be parallel, so I go over like this. So this is the largest house, and I put it toward the bottom of my paper. So now I'm going to make a medium-sized house, but I'm going to move it up and make it a little higher on my paper. I'm going to draw almost the same way. I'm going to start with two vertical lines for the sides of the house. I'm going to connect that at the top, and then I will make the peak of the roof this way. This is the way we're used to making it a lot. And then I want to show that it goes around the corner. So I have a diagonal line here and a third, first, second, third vertical line. This roof would go back like this. These lines are parallel. Instead of like this, they're like this. They are at the same angle. And then I want to finish the back of the roof and connect that like that. So I have large, medium, this one's lower, this one's higher. Now I'm going to make a small house, and I want to move it on up higher on my paper. This house, I'm going to draw the bottom. There it is. Now I want to go back, back. I want to connect that here, and then I want to add the roof. So you should have 3 houses on your paper: low, medium, high, and the sizes should change: large, medium, small. On these two, I didn't draw the bottom. I'll show you why. I want to add a field of flowers. So we're kind of putting these ideas together. I'm not drawing windows and doors. You can do that later on your own. You know how to do that. I'm going to draw an oval. I'm going to make it low and kind of big. It's kind of like this fried egg flower that we talked about in another lesson. I'm going to make another one here, and I'm going to make one here. And these are all kind of big, like this house is large, and it's low on the paper. I'm going to draw the petals that kind of flop around the center. And your shapes won't look exactly like mine, that's okay. And I am going to add a stem. So it will look kind of like a number 11, it's just 2 parallel lines. Now I want to move up the paper, and I'm going to make these shapes a little smaller. This helps make the flowers look like they are farther away, just like the houses. I don't really have any land yet. And I'm going really fast. I'm going to add a stem there and maybe a stem there. We don't see the bottom of it on this one. I'll show you why in a minute. Now this, I'm going to put it right up to where that line ends on the house. And I did the same thing here. I'm going to add another one right here. And I'll add another little one. It's even smaller because it's a little bit higher up. And now I'm going to show some tall grass, and that's going to cover up the bottom of the houses. It's like a little trick I put in here for you. So I'm just going to make a zigzag line to look like tall blades of grass. And this comes up over the house, and it gives my landscape some overlapping. So now I have some grass, and the flowers are growing up through the grass. Back here, I want to add some more grass, and it covers up this stem. I'll add a stem to that one. And then over here, I'll have some more grass. It starts to look like a field that takes up a lot of space. So these flowers are large. These flowers are kind of medium. I'm going to make some more back here. Here's some more grass. Oh look, I covered up the bottom of the house right there. I didn't have to draw the bottom. Some more flowers. Now look what happens. I'm going to start drawing just a dot. And I'm not going to give the flower back here as much detail as I did these. These are kind of medium, small, and there's just a little blob around it. A lot of wildflowers just kind of look like that. When you add color, you might end up just making a little dot with your crayon. And then back here, I would just add little dots of color. And that helps make it look really, really far away. So we have large, medium, small, and even tiny. I still don't have land. Where is the horizon line? Here we talked about a horizon line, but really it's the edge of the table. But this puts the vase in this space, and this creates the wall behind it. I need a horizon line to show the land and the sky. So I'm going to add a mountain. I use my X-ray vision to go behind the roof of the house. But then this land looks kind of flat. So I want to have the mountain or the hills, but I also want to show another line that's kind of flat. So I'm going to also put it behind the house. When I skip over here and continue my line, that creates overlapping, and overlapping gives my art or my drawing a sense of space. I want to show you another little art hack for coloring the sky. I want to make clouds, and I want them to be white. So I just want to color in or outline. I want to outline where the clouds are. And here's something else I'm doing. I'm repeating this kind of shape, and that gives my art unity. Kind of repeating a shape in the design gives it a style, and it's pleasing to the eye to have that shape kind of repeat over and over again. So this would be the cloud, and then I would color this in. I'm not going to take time to color it. You can do that on your own. I would put the brightest colors down here, and then softer, maybe lighter colors here. You could make it almost nighttime or sunset or sunrise when you color it in. Remember, the big things are at the bottom of the paper, so they look more near, and then up higher on your paper, draw things medium size and small size to make it look farther away. Good luck with your landscape, young artists, and I will see you next time.